Did you guys miss me? This is episode 162. Let's cue the music. That's right, episode 162 of the UFO Report. This is Manny Moonraker, and I've been missing for 2 days. And let me tell you, so many things have happened, and none of them are good. Yeah, I'm just going to throw it out there. None of them were good. First of all, every single piece of electronic I own has freaking been possessed by the devil himself. Everything. My car, my phone, the TV, it is the craziest, most... Are we in a solar storm? Is the sun doing this to me? Did I miss that somewhere on the NASA.gov website? I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm telling you, literally, like my car's electronic sync system, blown to shit. The car's not even that old. It's barely, barely a year old. And the sync system is fucked. Nothing against Ford, but fuck my life. Really? Really? That quickly? You've got to be shitting me. I mean, you can't control nothing in it. It might as well be running on autopilot, doing whatever the fuck it wants, because nothing works. No buttons, no nothing. It is the craziest thing ever. My cell phone updates itself, right? You know. You guys got smartphones. They update themselves wherever the fuck they want to. But then stuff goes missing. Where's my stuff? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? And if that wasn't enough, Bug's a UFO hunter. He has figured out how to do the lotus pose. And not because he's into yoga. Not because he's meditating. But because he wants to crop dust me. I kid you not. Just the other day, he was at the top of the stairs, and as I was climbing up to go to my room, there he stood, and he hit the lotus pose, and he crop dusted me, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever smelled. I literally did not want to continue going up the stairs. I just wanted to just retreat back. You could take my bedroom dog. I'll go ahead and sleep on the couch. My Lord. How does this stuff come out of this dog? I don't even know what it is. It was just so disgusting. It was thick too. You guys know. Those of you who have siblings, you know. You would crop dust your sibling all the time. But sometimes it's so bad. It's so thick. You breathe it and you feel it going into your throat. And I mean, that's how it was. I don't know what the fuck he eats. I think he's eating shit on the side. It's what it is. Or garbage. He's just into the garbage. The worst putrid thing he can find in garbage, he eats it. And basically some alien, disgusting stuff just comes out of his ass. And he figured out the best way to launch it. And that's doing the lotus pose. That's what you missed. That's been what's been happening the last 2 days. But today is Wednesday and I'm back. It's the middle of the week. And I'm not going to lie, right? I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you guys the truth. The fact is that it is a holiday season. Next week is Christmas. After that is New Year's. It's going to be spotty for UFO Buster Radio. And I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my best to be here and pick up news as it happens. But I mean, come on. Let's be honest. What happened the last 2 days? Number one, some freaking far-ass object. Another dwarf planet. Right? It's called Far Out. I don't know what the fuck it is. Right? That's one news. Nobody cares about that shit. Fuck the dwarf planets. We want to know about Planet X. Stop fucking with us. NASA and you planetary fuckers. We don't care about the dwarf planets. Nobody gives a shit. It's a big-ass rock. That's all it is. That's what you told us about Pluto. It's just another fucking rock. So, fuck the dwarf planets. That's it. You guys are with me. You know what I'm talking about. And the other one was the one that I thought would create all the UFO buzz with stupid false sightings was the the launch of the rocket. And actually, there was more than one rocket because SpaceX apparently was going to do one too, but it got windy. Bugs, the UFO hunter, knows about being windy. But it got windy on the West Coast, and none of the rockets actually went anywhere. SpaceX, Vanderbilt, whatever it is, Vandenhausen, you know the fuck I'm talking about. You know that Air Force base. That's the moonraker for you for today. That really is. We got 2 news articles. One of them nobody gives 2 fucks about. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to talk about it just in short, brief, just to get it the fuck out the way. There is some importance to what they're saying, right, in this article. But I'm not really going to talk about it. I got the link to both of them in the description. You guys can check it out. Now, before we get into the news report for today, because I know you guys will say, hey, you've been going for a while. Can you hurry the fuck up? No, I can't. I'm not going to. The image for this episode is basically the Contributor Award for the 2018 Rubber Dickies. You see, you listening right now on your iPhone, on your Alexa, on your TV, on your phone, in your vehicle, which I would not play it in your vehicle because this recording will self-destruct in 10 seconds and it will fuck up your sync system. But wherever you're listening to this, if you last year would have been a member of UBR Truth Seekers, the Facebook group, you could have been a contender. You could have had that wonderful award. And don't let the award fool you. That little thing is pretty heavy. And it really is an award. No fucks given. I'm telling you guys, join the conversation. Join the fight. I recently saw some comments about the podcast. Informative, kind of funny, all that kind of stuff, all the good stuff. Yeah, this podcast is the lighter side of ufology. I'm not going to sit here and try to sell you guys on the shit that I think about, because honestly, I don't think you guys can handle it. Maybe a few of you can, but you probably walk around dressed like Pinhead from Hellraiser. But there's a lot to talk about in ufology, but I'm just not one to get all caught up on the bullshit because life happens. And honestly, the bullshit is going to continue way, way after UFO Buster Radio ends. And most of the people on podcasts right now have kicked the bucket. We're not going to have real answers. Well, we might as well have a good time while we talk about it, right? That's what counts. That's what matters to me. So first, let's talk about the first news article. Oh, hey, welcome. And did you know that if a planet has oxygen, see what I mean? I just came back. You think I'd be able to do this without fucking up? I can't. Oh my God. If you think that a planet that has oxygens would be home to alien life, you are a dumbass. According to this one individual, a researcher says that it's not all that it's cracked up to be. Don't go running around pulling yourself by your big girl panties if you see that someone reported oxygen on some planetoid. Don't go and change out your wife beater for a clean one, because there's not going to be a party. The title for this article out of Forbes, and let me just stop right there. What the fuck is up with Forbes? Forbes is not just for rich people. It's about space now. Space and aliens. I mean, they're jumping in on this stuff. This is nuts. The article, as I was alluding to, aliens or alien imposters finding oxygen might not mean life after all. Well, that sucks, right? Somebody just took the rug from under our feet and told us to go fuck ourselves. If you notice, even though it's the Christmas season, I'm a bit feistier. Fuck the elf on the shelf, too. Dr. Sarah Horst and her team of planetary scientists put together a study which they published recently. And it was published in the paper, the ACS Earth and Space Chemistry. And that basically what they're saying is that they use a chamber to mimic the environment of a hazy exoplanet to figure out, could we really say that if we find signs of oxygens on and on an off chance that we even give a flying fuck about an exoplanet, could we really say that possibly that this was signs of life? What the good doc and her team is saying is no. And not just no, we're idiots if we think that that's what it is. According to the doc, there are many ways that oxygen can occur naturally without life. This is an article that is extremely long. And the doc goes into explaining exactly what she means in this report that she does. And the author for this paper takes out a lot of really good points. But just to let us know that if NASA ever says, hey, we got signs of oxygen, it doesn't mean shit. Now we know. Those of us who pay attention to NASA and all the shit they've said, they say we really need to look for organic molecules. Things that say that there's carbon, methane, things like that. Things that really happen, not just one element, but things that really happen when you have life around, like on Earth. Like Bugs the UFO hunter. Like, he shot a shitload of methane at me, and I almost fell backward down the stairs and landed on my head because he is a living being on this planet. So Bugs is actually contributing to those organic molecules that we can use to say, hey, there is life in that home. So it's a pretty good article. And I think it's important because, we keep talking about this methane thing, and it's funny how they get all excited, about methane, these scientists do, and then they turn their head to the side and either they giggle or they tell us, hold your horses. It might not mean shit. But this is the article I said was too damn long for me to go through. It really, it's a whole lot of shit. It's in there. If you're scientifically minded and you want to learn why Dr. Horst said to go screw yourself if you think that oxygen is the only indicator of life on a exoplanet, then hey, knock yourself out. It's there for you. It's a good read. If you have nothing better to do, you can do that. I mean, some people like to listen to podcasts on YouTube. They will say that they'd rather watch paint dry, which is almost the same thing. But if you're into these long articles, knock yourself out. It's all good in the hood. The link is in the description for you. You've seen the news reports. You know what this article is about. The man, the one and only, President Donald J. Trump. And he is making space great again. Yep, that's right. Yesterday, we had all kind of news report that the president has signed. The president has signed an order to create the Space Command. This is so Martian to Marvin for me. Anyway, apparently Donald J. Trump has signed the Space Command orders, and basically this is a step to move the space administration forward and basically the building blocks for the U.S. Space Force. Can you believe that? And here's a quote from the Trumpster himself. I direct the establishment consistent with United States law of United States Space Command as a functional unified combatant command. Are you serious? That is just exciting. And to that, Secretary of Defense James Mathis said, I also direct the Secretary of Defense to recommend officers for my nomination and Senate confirmation as Commander and Deputy Commander of the new United States Space Command. I am so thrilled about this. I mean, the one thing you can say is, when old Trump puts his mind on something, he fucking continues moving forward. I mean, no fucking around. I mean, people might have laughed about this Space Force when he first signed this shit up. And actually, when those logos came out for the Space Force, fuck my life. Like I said, when I saw them, it was like someone from the Cartoon Network was hired to put that shit together. But the guy is determined to make this happen. And it might not just be Trump. I mean, he doesn't give a fuck, really. I mean, he's a real estate guy. He doesn't give a fuck about space. By the time we actually colonize shit and be able to put some hotel somewhere, he's not going to be the one there to, grab the money on this and grab other stuff on different planets. But that's not what he's about. I really think that it is his cabinet and the people around him who are pushing the Space Force, and there might be a darker force behind that. Maybe somebody knows. Maybe somebody knows. The first thing that came to my mind, and here's the kicker for me, is who the fuck are you going to put in there to be part of the Space Command? So I did something that many people should do, right? You need to look at what is it that's driving the Space Force, and how the fuck would you all of a sudden just hire someone to be part of the Space Force, just like that? So I decided to look stuff up.
You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
Thank you, Samuel L. Jackson. So that's what I did. I looked at jobs that are currently available in the current armed forces of the United States, and there are many that have hints to aerospace and space technology. So it is not far-fetched that even though we have now the makings of a Space Force, that the foundation was already there, and that they will be picking individuals from the current armed forces in order to start building the Space Force. And here's my recommendation. I think Corey Goode should be considered. Somebody needs to send the White House the name Corey Goode. I mean, who better? He's been on that TR-3B. He's been flying around for decades. Check it out, Mars. Fighting reptilians on Mars. Like, I would be so surprised. I mean, as a matter of fact, I would be upset with this administration if Corey Goode is not chosen for one of these spots. Somebody needs to contact him. Somebody, either Pence, Trump, somebody contact them and let them know that there is someone who is skilled. As a matter of fact, he's right here in Texas. If they select him, I personally would go, I will locate Corey Goode and give him the good news. I'll just give him the good news. Why not? So according to VP Pence, what they're doing is making sure that they stay on track. They want to get the Space Force up and running, structurally running, have everybody in place to get this thing built out before the end of 2020. It's a good timeline. I mean, really, again, let's go back to the timelines. We need a Space Force. You can't have billionaires slinging their shit around in space without having somebody out there to keep them in line. No matter what billionaire it is. Whether it be a Musk, whether it be a Deuce Bigelow, the space gigolo. Hell, Igor Ashabelli. That's the first person I'd like to see policed in space. And the list continues, right? These guys cannot just go out there and do whatever the fuck they want in space. And that's basically what's happening now. The United States is pretty much saying we're going to control shit up there too. Just stop fucking around. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. You threw your fucking roaster into space. I will beat the shit out of you. I will slap you if that roaster hits one of my Space Force ships. I would treat you like a little bitch. So the end game basically is to control space, right? That's what everybody wants. And the billionaires are saying, we better get the fuck out of here and make our mark before some country like the U.S. tries to control space. That's the way I see it. I know I might be completely wrong on this, right? But what's going to happen is basically they're going to put a lockdown on the Musk of the world. They're going to put the vice grip on the Deuce Bigelow's space gigolos. I can't even say that shit right, and I made it up. They're going to put a lockdown on these guys. Yeah. We're not, because we went from, hey, we're just going to do space tourism via Virgin Galactic. Yeah, we're just going to charge people a shitload of money, their whole life savings, to have them go up to space for a few minutes and come back down. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, fuck it. That's not good enough for us. Let's go to the other planet. I mean, why? Why just stay here? We got the fucking money. Hell, we make more money in our companies than the budget for NASA. Why shouldn't we be doing it? Listen, that's the episode for today. Tomorrow I will make it, and I will put up the picture of the Rubber Dicker of the Year award, and we'll stick that up there as the episode logo. You'll love it. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, if you are following me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, you've already seen it. It's a thing of beauty, but we'll see what happens. We're going to try to keep the groove going. I thank you for listening today. And, share, like, subscribe, tell your peoples about me. And I'm going to let you guys go with a little bit of Space Days again, because I really like that song. It's so, I don't know, it's so 80s. Gotta love it. Ciao.